So hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. As always, thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a few. My name is Rich Charpentier. I'm the channel host. And if you didn't already know, we do a lot of drone talk here. Sometimes we do mobile tech talk and occasionally a little bit of travel talk. Now, I haven't been on the YouTube channel in almost 2 weeks or somewhere in there. I've been busy with other projects. I've been actually generating other videos that you don't see on this YouTube channel, and some new video series that are going to be coming out in the next couple of months I'll let you know about, and you can go see them on another channel with another business that I'm working with relating to drones and also instructional tutorials. So stay tuned, you'll find out about that in the near future. Now, my last video was about the new FAA rulemaking that they're looking into, how to do remote ID in a way that is going to work for the FAA and the Department of Transportation and local law enforcement. All of those different parties are interested in knowing where our drones are in the sky. As I said in the last video, I do not mind the idea of remote ID. If the FAA needs to know where drones are, I understand that. If local law enforcement needs to know where drones are, I understand that. But I don't think the rest of the world needs to know where I am when I'm flying my drone for business. Now, I've done photography work for over a decade. We've actually shot weddings, and God, those doing weddings is crazy. It's usually just go, 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 go. The last big wedding we did, I actually had a second shooter with me. I had 2 lighting assistants, and that day's shoot, in the end, it was over 12 hours invested, and it was exhausting. Now, one of the big things that you got to keep in mind as a wedding photographer is that you can be robbed. And I mean this literally. Wedding photographers have been the target of criminals for quite some time. I read years ago articles about the number of wedding photographers getting robbed in Utah because the criminals knew where all the different churches were and different locations for doing weddings, and they would wait for photographers to start bringing their gear out, setting their gear up, and maybe accidentally leaving the trunk of their vehicle open. Maybe their lighting assistant wasn't paying close attention. And so it was very easy to target these photographers to steal their gear. At the start of the wedding, in the middle of the wedding, at the end of the wedding, whatever it was, they would actually know where these photographers were going to be. They'd have an approximate idea, but they didn't know exactly where they were going to be. Now, with the new proposed rulemaking from the FAA, we've been hearing a lot about remote ID, and recently I saw DJI's drone to phone solutions. Now I'm going to look over on screen here because I've just got, this is the YouTube video from DJI. And the thing that really grabbed me, we've got these cutesy little graphics going on here. And you can see the drone. Hey, look, there's my drone and moving around. And there's a little symbol for me, the person operating the drone. Now, like I said, I do not mind some kind of remote ID. However, I do not think that the general public should have access to knowing where the drone pilot is at. This presents several dangerous opportunities. Number one, what I was just talking about, the fact that wedding photographers are robbed on a regular basis. It's not a new thing. It's been going on for quite some time. And if you just do a Google search on wedding photographers robbed, you're going to see a lot of things. Couple lost all their wedding photos in 2019 after their photographer was robbed. Photojournalist robbed of cameras and other equipment. So these are people who are not even broadcasting their location, but the criminals have a general idea of where these people are working and when these people might not be paying attention to their gear because they're engaged in their job. Now, in the drone world with this drone to phone concept, which I'm very unhappy about, the idea that anyone could grab an app and see where I'm doing my job from. I haven't had many incidents with people who are anti-drone or anything, so not many threatening times, but I have seen other YouTubers here who've talked about people walking up to them, yelling at them, accosting them. So now we could put this tool out there where people would know exactly where I, the drone pilot, am. And, I'm working construction sites for clients, and maybe people in the area don't appreciate the whole build out. Maybe all the construction noise has really driven them crazy. And now we throw a drone into the mix too, where I'm documenting the construction site and flying around the construction site. Maybe people get the wrong idea that they think that I'm flying around their residence when I'm not. I'm doing my job for my client. But with a drone to phone application like this, they could find out exactly who I am and where I am. And that sounds like a terrible idea to me, and it sounds like it's going to put me in unsafe situations which wouldn't occur without a tool like this. Now, if the FAA is looking at something like this, the DOT is looking at something like this, local law enforcement, they have access to this, I'm completely and totally okay with that. But giving the general public my exact location is beyond concerning to me. So I think this is now stepping into an invasion of privacy and also impeding my ability to do a job. So I think a remote ID system like this is going to do a lot more harm than good and really hurt the industry. Now, on my last video about this, I did have someone say I was being a little too polite about this. Believe me, I'm bothered by this. I don't think people should be able to see specifically where I am. If we're going to do something like that, then, we should have RFID on all cars on the roads, and we should, have a database of all of our names next to our driver's licenses and our license plates. I'm not in favor of that, but I'm saying, I'm doing a commercial job. A lot of you who are watching this channel are doing commercial jobs. There are commercial drivers out there. We're not allowed to track commercial tractor trailers. We're not allowed to track these little LabCorp cars that are running around town with laboratory results and things. We don't get to track all those things as individual private citizens. And I don't think individual private citizens should be able to track drone operators doing their jobs in an expanding industry. So there's my little bit of wound up frustration there. I'm still trying to keep it polite, and I think we should all keep it polite. You still have a little bit more time to get in touch with the FAA, and if you haven't already submitted your thoughts to the FAA, do that before the end of this month. All right, everyone, I'm heading off. This week I am going to be doing several flights, so you'll be seeing some new flight stuff here. And now that I'm wrapping up on one project, we'll have some more time to do things on YouTube again. Got other projects already lined up, but that's great. So I'm a small business owner. My business is growing, which is thrilling to me. And something like this drone to phone concept could just completely torpedo my small commercial drone business. So I really hope that this does not hit the public, because I think it's going to hurt a lot of us.